Hello everyone, welcome to Gaming with Big Green. This is Land of Jails, and we're going to have a couple little tips on this video to help make your journey a little pleasant in the beginning. Plus, these tips can be applied throughout the game. Always good to remember these tips. One important thing in this game is the material, and if you protect your material and protect your troops, you will have a great time. So this is the material that they use in the game. As we look at these, right, how to protect them. Well, if you keep your material in your bag, right here, you will see the number on the left is the number I have in my bag. The number on my right is the number I have total. So most of my material is in my bag. So if I get attacked, I still retain most of my material. In there, you can also check to see how much speed ups you have total. That will help with events to try to speed through stuff, so that way you don't waste your speed ups, you know how much you have. Another good tip is you want to keep your stamina in your backpack. Reason being, if you have too much stamina, it won't regenerate. You can always check your stamina right there, 495, that is way too much. I got to burn that down some. I got stamina in my bag, so I'm not really worried about stamina, but it's not regenerating if I'm sitting there at full cap. So yeah, I definitely got to burn that down. It's always good to make sure you keep everything not idled. The cache, that little thing that says go right here, make sure you always claim everything. It's very important to log in. Make sure your stuff is not sitting idle too long. If it's sitting idled, you're losing out on materials gained. Same thing with troops. Don't really want to make sure your stuff sits idled. Make sure you collect everything too from the inventory. This is Arena. Arena is really good game mode. You get a couple challenges, 5. You can also buy extra challenges. I suggest waiting until the last 10 minutes before reset to do this. And then next we have right here, this is very important. When you go in, you will see the category on the left. You want to upgrade the gears in the middle. That increases the HP. And then on the gear bomber and the gears for shooter, you want to increase the outside. The shield bearers, you want to increase the HP. Bomber and shooter, you want to increase the stat that is going to increase the lethal. So the gears you want to do on the outside, bombers and shooter, and shield bearers, you want to do the gears that are in the middle. Next, we have our troop buildings, very important. Make sure you always upgrade these. You want to prioritize the shield bearers right there. They are very important. You want a heavier mix of them. So if you're going to use speed ups, I suggest using it on that troop building right there. The other ones, you want to upgrade, but them you really want to prioritize. You want a higher mix of them. Also very important, make sure you collect your keys. You don't want them to sit idle because there's a cooldown on them. If you look at the bottom, once you claim it, you can claim the next one after the cooldown. So with them tips behind us, and we already know how to protect our material, let's look at protecting our troops. One important way to do that is if you click on the headquarters, you can take out your characters. We're going to do that right here. Remove our characters, send our troops.
Go, go, go.
The reason why we're doing that is because in case someone attacks our city and our troops are not in there, our troops will not get hurt. The headquarters can only be attacked if people build stations to them. Stations are like banners. So I still have troops left over, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to look for another station. Okay, there's my troops, take out my characters, send my troops to this station. I'm going to look over here. We're going to tap on this. Okay, I got no more troops. My troops are safely protected. Again, teams cannot get to my troops unless they build banners or stations to the ones I have my troops into. So my troops are safe. If my city gets attacked, my material's protected. I really have no fear of attack right there. And why do we leave our characters behind? Because they stay in your barricade to help protect your city even farther. Next, we're going to take a look at the Warden commands. These are very important. Make sure you read the text very carefully. Some of them will give you stamina, some will give you material, some will increase your troop training speed, and this one right here will increase your construction speed. You want to activate it before you do any building. You have a 10-minute window after you activate it to increase your construction by 20%. Very good for using on Warden office and also communication center. Them two buildings have the longest cooldown. So with that skill being talked about, and just mentioning the Warden Center and the Communication Center, we're going to look into this. The Communication Center is something you want to upgrade directly after your Warden's office. It has a very long cooldown time. Not as long as the Warden office, but it's up there. 5 days, 15 hours. Now, if you check that with the rest of the buildings that are around, let's see, 1 day. Let's check this building over here. Oh, over here. 1 day. Inventory building. 1 day. So as you can see, the communication center takes a lot longer to upgrade than the rest of the buildings. And you need to usually have that one upgraded before you can start the Warden office again. It's usually that building and one other building that you have to upgrade. I suggest doing the Warden's office, communication center, the other suggested building, and also starting your Warden's office immediately right after, and continue to catch up on the other buildings while them two buildings are in long cooldown. Very important. It will help you save time and speed through the game. You can hit the milestones and catch up faster. I hope these tips help you in your journey. Thank you everyone for watching. You all have a wonderful day.